Today, you're going to need Google Search Console. So if you have it handy, it'd be good to just open that up. And if you have more than one website to play with, that's fun too. And the other thing we're going to need, and I'm going to, if you haven't downloaded it already, is the meta mapping. Now I have updated the templated one for y'all. So if you want to work on that, hold on. This one. Keyword research. We're going to be using Google Search Console to do some keyword research. This is for existing websites. So if you're going to create a new website, if there's an old website, you want to do this anyway, even if you're creating a new website. So it's either an existing website that you're updating, or if there's a new website, you're going to get the keyword research that's already available to you because Google Search Console gives you 16 months worth of information. And I did not get a quote today, but what we're going to do is pick existing keywords for on your website. And our overview is we're going to recap some keyword terms, and we are going to do some keyword research using Google Search Console. And if we have time, we'll do the keyword planner, but I think we might save that for our co-working hours. So search speak. Okay, download. If you haven't used the meta mapping template, it is in the comments and you can download it. And you're going to want to have open Google Search Console to do this today. Okay, so just a little bit of search speak to remind you of things. We're going to be seeing words like impressions today, and impressions are counted every time your little meta description, title, and URL are shown on the search engine results page. So there are 10 per page, and it's called like just meta or metadata, right? So your average position is something else we're going to see now. There you can get into finer detail here. I have left a link to Google Search Console help, and it does talk about where position 1, 2, and 3 are and what position 6 is. Position 6 is actually where your knowledge panel would show up on the right-hand side. So we're really interested in the top 3, 4 spots, first page of Google. But if you want to read more about how they qualify and how they get the information up on Google Search Console and what information they're taking in, you can read more here. And then the last thing we're going to talk about for search speak, I believe, is click-through rate, and that's clicks divided by impressions. Why are we talking about this? You're going to see the word click-through rate with SEO, and you're also going to see it in Google Ads. For an example, if you got 5 clicks to your website and you had 100 impressions, your click-through rate would be 5%. So 5%. A higher click-through rate indicates that you're doing better and is a signal to Google because people are clicking on you. And so you'll have a higher chance to move up in the rankings. So one of the strategies to think about with click-through rate is that if you have lots of impressions and clicks and a little click-through rate, maybe you could improve the click-through rate by improving your meta information. So basically what Google tells us is that you're either successful with a click-through rate or it could be improved. And the higher you are up on the search engine results pages, the higher your click-through rate is usually. Remember, the top 3 spots get most of the traffic. Okay, so our strategy, well, what is a keyword strategy? It's your way of determining how you're going to organize your website with keywords, right? And each page is going to have a focused keyword or focused theme, however you want to interpret that, like a keyword string, that's your focus that you're going to organize your page about. So you slowly create the process for yourself, right? And the process is, how am I going to do my keyword research? Remember, now every SEO might do keyword research a little differently. We want to determine what a page is ranking for already, we want to track that information, and we want to utilize like a spreadsheet so we can manage organizing our keyword research to the pages. So it's quite organized, this system. And then you want to reevaluate this once in a while, even every year, see what's going on, see if you can update those pages. Maybe there's a better keyword, maybe there's an additional keyword, depending on how full your content is. So we're going to use the first strategy is we're going to use Google Search Console, and we're going to do an identification process, and we're going to find queries for pages. And so I'm going to take you slowly through this, and then we can do it together, and you can share your screen, and we can practice this a few times because there's a couple things we're going to do in the Google Sheets. And the outcome of all of this is that we pick a keyword, we rewrite our meta description, our title, our URL, then we update the page. If we're doing on-page SEO, then we update the content on the page, and that includes the images. We either rename the images or just do the alt tags. So that's the whole long-winded process. So where we are in the strategy is first we do the keyword research, and we're going to use Google Search Console, find keywords per page, so much fun. And then we're going to check on the search engine results pages to see if we can beat our competition. So that's a well-rounded view. You can use some other tools. For instance, if you don't find a keyword that's really usable, which does happen, then we turn to the Google Keyword Planner and we start doing research in there. And then you can also check Google Trends or use some other tool that you like or works with you. So that's how we do it. And we're going to dig right in today. But before we do, remember, we're always looking for long tail keywords. It's long tail keyword strategy. So we're looking for low competition and search volume. We want high search volume for small businesses, picking a keyword between 100 and 1,000. Now, this is related to the Google Keyword Planner, so we'll get into that later. And if we have time, we'll look at that today. So Search Console, secret weapon.
One clarification. You said 100 or 1,000. What was that?
Oh, okay. And we'll go over this again inside Google Keyword Planner. When we're doing keyword research, we're trying to find keywords that are low competition and in between search volume between 100 and 1,000, right? Because the higher the search volume means we're picking seed keywords or short tail keywords. And we want to try to avoid that as best we can. Sometimes it's hard. And just know you're not necessarily always going to pick the right keyword. You're not. And you're going to build out content over time, and you're going to get better and better at figuring out how you do keyword research. It is a process that you develop for yourself.